Transnet workers affiliated to transport unions Untu and Satawu are expected to start a strike from today. They want better pay from the struggle SOE. Workers have rejected Transnet's wage hike of 1.5% across the board. Instead, they're demanding an increase that's above the country's inflation rate. Unions say they'll settle for a hike between 12 and 13.5%. For the latest on this, let's bring in Untu's General Secretary, that's Kobus van Vieren, who joins us via our telephone line this morning. Kobus, great to have you on the program, sir. Thanks very much indeed for making time. My understanding is that the union's leadership and Transnet management were locked in discussions for 8 hours yesterday. Where's the stumbling block?
Good morning, Ayanda. Yes, you're 100%. We engaged as from 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And we finished our engagement around 1 o'clock this morning. So it was very robust discussions. Unfortunately, the revised offer that Transnet has provided us with is still way off the mandate that we have received from our members. And as such, our strike action has commenced as from 1 minute past 12 last night. And the strike is on the go nationally.
What does the strike entail? I mean, is it a matter of picketing? Is it a go slow? Are workers expected not to report for work today?
So, part of the frustration is that Transnet has consistently refused to engage on picketing rules. When we went through the dispute resolution process, the picketing rules had to be set up by the commissioner that heard the dispute. Unfortunately, that dispute resolution process was unsuccessful, and the commissioner actually had to issue and discuss picketing rules at that time. That did not happen. After that, on the 20th of September, we engaged with the bargaining council and asked them again, please, can we engage on the picketing rules? Once again, that did not happen. Yesterday, part of our agenda points was again, can we please discuss the picketing rules? And Transnet again refused, because they have sent us a lawyer's letter yesterday, as late as yesterday, only yesterday, stating that our strike is unprotected. So their lawyers and our lawyers have engaged with each other. As far as Untu and our legal advisors are concerned, our strike is legal. And it is very clear that Transnet's unwillingness and refusal to embark on discussions around the picketing rules is just yet another delay. And let me just expand on that. The wage negotiation process was supposed to start November 2021 already. Transnet has consistently delayed. Eventually, we got them to sit down in May of this year, 2 months after the increase was due to be implemented. They have consistently delayed the process, and last night, with them refusing once again to embark on a crucial element of an orderly, protective industrial action, they once again just displayed that they are adamant about delaying this process even more.
All right. So in the absence of picketing rules, how worried are you that your members may very well lose their jobs?
So the absence of picketing rules, according to the Labour Relations Act, does not prohibit the strike action itself. Strike action can take many forms. It can take the form of go slows. It can take the form of withholding labour. It can take the form of stay-away action. So at this point in time, our strike action entails stay-away.
Right. Unions are demanding an increase between 12 and 13.5% in the current economic climate. We all know the kind of pressures that Transnet is facing. What's your response to people who reckon that's pretty much a stretch?
So let's look at that in context, Ayanda. So during the initial pre-wage engagements, we agreed that both Transnet and us agreed that we are not going to enter into positional bargaining. It's going to be needs-based. However, when Transnet presented their 1% increase offer initially, we had no alternative but to also come in with a ridiculously high demand, because that's positional bargaining. Notwithstanding our efforts to make them see the light and go into needs-based negotiations, Transnet continued with their positional bargaining stance and has done so consistently. And if Transnet initially started with the offer that they eventually presented us last night, we would not be where we are. But they purely engaged on positional bargaining with a strategy to delay the negotiation process for as long as possible. And it's evident through everything that they've done.
Sure.
So
curious, yeah.
we have, and I need to say this, we have guided Transnet, or we tried to guide Transnet to what could be a palatable offer to our members based upon our members' mandates. However, they maintain their positional bargaining. We even gave them suggestions on how to finance some of the higher percentage across the board increase.
Yeah, what is
ignored us.
Sorry to interrupt you. What is that palatable offer that you went back to Transnet with? Very quickly, if you can.
So it has to be aligned with our mandates that we have received from the members. And it's definitely not 3%. CPI has run on 7.8%. It's dropped to 7.6%. Over and above that, if you look at the on-cost for our members, with the CPI running at 7.8, 7.6% now, and the other cost of living that we are faced, we know what the fuel price is, we need an offer from Transnet that reflects the current economic conditions and challenges that our members are facing.
Okay. All right. Clearly not going to get a figure. That's all right. Hopefully you'll be able to get back to the negotiating table sooner than later, given what's at stake. Kobus van Vuuren, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. He is the General Secretary, or representing one of the unions, one of the two unions whose workers from Transnet are striking, and that is Untu. Once again, Kobus, thanks very much indeed. News on the go.